Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be going over how I made a little over $350 today trading NQ and the very simple strategy behind it and how you can learn and replicate it for yourself. So, without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing I do is I'm always on the 15-minute chart, marking out my previous day high zone and my previous day low zone. Usually I mark the zone from the bottom of the previous day to like sort of a candle up here, but since the day before that was really close to it, I kind of connected them that way. And then I also marked out this gap when I go onto the hourly to mark out my other levels besides my prior day high and prior day low. Those are like literally the two main levels that I use. It really doesn't get much simpler than that. If you guys are like confused trying to learn how to trade ICT, SMC, or you're kind of struggling with these more like complex strategies or whatever, it will do wonders literally just marking out the previous day high and the previous day low and playing off of those zones for you to kind of see how price moves. So on the hourly, I marked out this sort of gap here in purple because I mark out my imbalances with purple. So now on to the trade itself. So we sort of open, right at open, we reject this level a little bit, and then we kind of push up and reclaim it, chop around a little bit. And then as you can see on the 5-minute, I marked out this 5-minute fair value gap. Anytime I see like a really nice kind of clean fair value gap like that, I will mark it out in purple as an imbalance. So what made me like this setup? Well, as you can see, we, just like what happened earlier, we break the previous day high and we also break through this imbalance and don't hold after trying to bounce off of it a little bit. So if we go to a lower time frame, you can see we try to bounce the zone. The reason why I didn't want to go long there is because it was under all of my EMAs. Pretty much people will clown on EMAs, but if you know how to use them, they're like actually an insane indicator. I pretty much will only go long if the EMAs are underpriced and pretty much only go short if the EMAs are overpriced. So the reason why I didn't try and bounce this gap area with this demand zone is because it was the EMAs weren't lining up. But the reason why I decided to go short right here once we broke through this fair value gap and broke and rejected this level twice is I see us break the level and then we, right around here, we kind of come up and touch the EMAs right as we get below that level. So I set my stop loss a little bit above VWAP in this sort of nice candle rejection that we had right there. And then I set my price target for the bottom of this imbalance, which we got earlier from that really big gap on the hourly. And one thing that was actually super unfortunate about today is I was like literally going to try and take a bounce. No, we'll actually get to that in a minute. But the first trade, very, very simple. Literally all it is we break through our levels and we come and retest them, stop above the highs targeting the lows, and then we trim on the way down. And that was a really nice clean trade. I usually trim half of my position halfway down, and then I actually got out all of it kind of down here because I saw that we were starting to bounce at that really key level. And as I was saying earlier, one thing that was super unfortunate about today is my I was actually getting ready to take this long because I saw on the lower time frame we got this like really nice hammer candle with higher volume, and then this price action was holding really strong. So I was literally getting ready to go long, and then my fucking power goes out. So that was really fucking annoying, but it's life. What are you gonna do? It definitely, as you guys can see, was not the trade that you want to miss, because we completely fucking ripped up after that. Definitely would have made a lot more money today had that hit. But yeah, guys, like literally mark out prior day high, mark out prior day low, go on the hourly, find your levels, and just play breaks and retests with your levels. Like, I promise you, you don't need to learn all these complicated ICT strategies. Like, prior day high, prior day low, we break it, then we retest with EMAs, catch the move down. We were about to take this long as well. Literally bounces perfectly at our level. And then, trading is easier the more you simplify it. So don't get caught in the trap of trying to make it super complex. Anyways, I hope that was somewhat informative for you guys. I'm still a little bummed out that I missed this whole move up. That's just kind of heartbreaking, honestly. But hope it was helpful.